blessing on it. Too real, this ain't metaphoric. We just put the I in iconic. Buzzing like I'm electronic. Yeah, I put a blessing on it. See me dripping in it 24/7 on it. I'm just being honest. Holy water dripping from my neck to my crep, so I'm two-stepping on it like.
I don't know how you drive with that on.
Kel's back in the she shed.
Hello, friends.
Hi, darling.
I barely remembered how to get here.
You did?
And then the wind, you know, it's pretty serious.
You haven't been here in forever.
It's been a hot minute.
By the way, I'm Tiffany Foy, and this is the Ramblin' Gypsy podcast.
She is.
And this is my girl Kel, and she hasn't been here in forever. So long that you don't even remember how to get here.
It was a nice scenic route, though.
Pause. Why does your car not have me on auto map?
Oh, it does. It does. It drives itself, you know.
It just gets
literally.
there. Yeah.
Kept looking around.
With your fancy car.
Yeah, everything drives itself.
What have you been doing?
What have I been doing?
Where have you been?
Not having any fun, I'm sure of that.
Well, first let's talk about your hair.
Okay.
So we have pics of said event because Amber at Felgren Friends in New Braunfels does our hair.
The hair donation pile.
Holy Moses, you have got more hair. Yeah, but you've been growing it out for how long?
2 years. It was 2 years I made it.
Jesus, time flies.
Mm-hmm. And then one day I just decided, what am I doing with my life? My sister said, if it's not bringing you joy, get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
And I said, fuck it.
Like baggage.
It'll grow back.
Well, Amber was very
hesitant.
Yes. Cautious,
Yes.
conscious, whatever.
Because I started with her when I was already in the grow out phase.
She
was
phase.
very gentle with me, and she was more like a long hair girl. And then it's like, just keep cutting it. Just keep cutting it. And she's like, are you sure? Are you sure this is really drastic? I'm like, I know, I'm kind of drastic.
And I was there under the dryer and kept saying, nope, that's not, she's not going to like it. It's not short enough.
Keep
it's not short enough. Keep cutting.
More.
Keep
Cut
cutting.
more. The
And
pile
then
was insane.
she would try to push it down and you would say, I'm not a school teacher.
Wait,
or this is a...
She looked like a substitute teacher.
Yes.
Oh,
and then you turn around and
she's
you
like, oh, I'm like, no. She's like, that's what she does.
That's what she does. She got to make it all.
Yeah, it was, it's a new season.
Bring the spice back.
Yeah.
So now we're back to your wild hair.
Yours is growing out. Mine's chopping off. You're doing the El Natural.
Well, yeah, I guess.
A braid break.
Yeah.
Dread break.
Yes. Yeah, I'm giving my head a little rest. A dreaded break. Literally a dreaded break. I'm giving myself a dreaded break. And, because, we're leaving for the SPF 90 tour in April for the podcast. I'm thinking that you may have to hop a plane and...
April's like right around, like this April?
This one.
Girl.
4 weeks. 4 or 5 weeks away.
You better check the calendar.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So you may have to... So we originally were talking about going... 6 weeks. We're doing 11 states, 6 weeks. And because we have to be back here in May, so we've now split it. So we're going to do 3 weeks. Then we're coming back. We're going to finish out the summer. And then we haven't decided. We tentatively have talked about leaving September. Mm-hmm. But we may scoot it up.
Spring and fall.
May scoot it up to do the last 3 weeks in August, depending on how summer goes. Because, we have the resort and we're usually slammed and... It's Memorial Day to Labor Day, and so we're trying to...
Can't believe it's almost river time again. Like we just had this conversation. This year just flew by.
I feel like we were just sitting on the porch not that long ago talking about Mardi Gras, and you're pissed off because I didn't show up in my gear.
Yeah, well, this year...
today, I texted you earlier, and I said, look, I'm doing it. Do it as cute as you do, but I did whip out my hat. What do you think about my hat?
That is an incredible hat.
Thank you. I made this a very, very long time ago. And then my feathers were kind of on point, but then Steiner, and if you know Steiner licked them.
That's a real story.
She licked the feathers.
Anyone else, it sounds completely fictitious, but, somebody ate them.
Yeah. So Mardi Gras, that's your favorite holiday. Your favorite everything.
I'm a little bitter about it this year.
Well, first of all, I don't want to interrupt you, but I'm going to. And you should be bitter because last year you let Rowan keep up the Christmas tree and you did a Mardi Gras tree.
I did.
And this year you suck.
That's probably why everything fell through for me.
That's what I think.
I didn't have enough spirit, obviously. And then it froze the weekend we had planned to go, like 20-degree weather, like literal rain on the fucking parade. Like, nobody rains on my parade. They actually had rain on the parade.
And they actually did.
A lot of it got canceled. And today is Fat Tuesday, which is like the grim finale of Mardi Gras. And I hear they're having 75-mile-an-hour winds. Canceled all the parades. Somebody rolled at 6:30 this morning. So anyway, I didn't just miss Mardi Gras. Most people did.
How do you cancel a whole parade? I mean, I guess, wow.
I don't know. Freezing rain. You know, they had snow just like last month in Louisiana, like record-breaking.
So do they reschedule stuff like that?
I don't know. They rescheduled a few, but today's the end. Like tomorrow's Ash Wednesday. It's over.
Wow.
Party's over. The party's
The dust is in the
over.
wind and on your forehead.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All that.
Wow.
So
That's
Anyway.
depressing.
today's the only day I even got to wear Mardi Gras stuff.
Well, if you would have kept
But
your
there's
tree
fat-
up.
Clearly. Okay, next year.
I even told you
It'll
you
be
could
here
come and
before
get
we
a
know
tiny tree for Rowan so y'all could still decorate it.
Damn it.
But you didn't do it.
Well, clearly I'm a failure. That's what happens
Shame.
when you have no spirit.
No.
You get rain on your parade.
You brought this shit upon yourself.
Yes, I probably did.
So I wonder what happens with all the cakes. People are still going to go out and party and
I
still
mean-
eat the cake?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at least you can do the cake at your house.
No, yeah.
Not weather dependent.
Right. Didn't you have a king cake last year?
Yeah. We do every year. Didn't do that either.
Do you have one like flown in? Do you have
You
your
can.
people make
You
them?
can.
Or
Yes,
you
you can.
right?
Absolutely, you can.
You don't just go to the HEBs
That's
and
not the same.
It's not the same.
Mm-mm. One time I ordered someone on Amazon where you make it yourself.
stop.
No, we did.
What? Wait.
Hey,
Do you have a
listen,
picture of this?
I do have a picture. I'll find it.
Okay, because I
You
need
go
to
to
see
the
it.
website. Yeah, girl, we had the we put beads on it. We put the
I feel like
the
I remember a picture.
purple and yellow and green sugar on
Or was this
it.
a Mardi Gras box or something y'all made? Didn't
Wait.
Rowan make a... Wait, what am I thinking about?
That was his Valentine's Day box.
Okay, yes. I had to bring over the hot glue gun or
And
something.
that's right. And
Yeah.
he used it again this year. He said,
Did
we're just going to add some stuff to it. Lights still worked. Oh, his teacher was so impressed. And I was impressed that I didn't have to make another box.
Well, that's good. I didn't. My phone didn't ring for the glue gun.
Hustle game strong on
Well,
that
that's
kid.
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Mardi Gras mambo, 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 Mardi Gras mambo. Down in New Orleans, in her town where the cats all meet.
Uh-huh.
So do you have a king cake at the house?
Not yet. I guess I better go. I failed.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, I'm going to just call it a wash.
Okay.
I'm going to try harder next year.
What is so special about a king cake?
It has a baby inside.
You need to tell everybody
it
that
is
doesn't
like-
know,
it's like
because this
grated
is your deal.
Sweet bread. You can pick your flavors. You know, it has like that
I
buttercream
didn't realize it had
icing.
different flavors.
You can do praline. You can do like raspberry and cream cheese inside there. Girl, yes.
Really?
So they had the baby under the cake, and if you get the baby, you're supposed to buy the next cake. Because there's more than one cake.
What? There's not more than one baby?
It's kind of like a donut. There's only one baby in the cake. I guess they used to bake it inside, and then people were like choking on it, so now they just sit on the top of it.
So now you got to read the fine print.
You gotta pay attention.
You gotta.
How
Yeah.
hungry are you? You just ate the baby.
just ate the baby. So there's a baby in each cake.
Yep.
What's
One
the purpose
little
of putting
tiny
the
plastic
baby in the cake?
I don't know. And I just bought a Mardi Gras book, and it was all about the king cake baby, but there's really not an explanation that I know. I'm actually from here, Texas. I just have a lot of spirit.
You just do have a lot of spirit, but just not in the year 2025.
Oh, man.
We're gonna pick up the
I need
spirit.
a do-over.
Your pom-poms are dusty.
Dust
they
them
fell
off.
apart.
Dust off your pom-poms. That's good, solid advice. No matter what you're going through.
I never looked up the whole baby thing.
Mm-mm.
I've seen it because we took it. You saved it, and we had to glue it on the
Yep.
box on the
Got two
Valentine's
of them on
box.
there this year. He didn't want to be naked, so I had it glue a little blanket on it.
That's very, very kind
Thank
and
you,
thoughtful.
Rowan. Good looking out.
Yeah.
Strong work.
Yeah. Likes the naked baby.
Is
It
baby
is?
Jesus?
It's supposed to be
something
baby
about the
Jesus?
King's Day.
Yeah, it
The kings
represents
that
the
bring-
epiphany of the wise men seeing baby Jesus.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I didn't
It's
study
fine
for the
with
pop quiz today. I've been having a hard week.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a test later on.
My dog ate my
Yeah.
homework.
Okay.
And like
Let's
there was
see.
things and stuff.
And then in the spirit of giving, if you get the baby in the cake, then you buy the
Pay
next
it
year's
forward.
cake.
Oh,
Oh, I think it's like the next day's cake.
You get
Depending
back-to-back
on your tradition.
cakes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, it's like a donut. It's like a dessert. Like it's
Yeah.
And then everybody, you got to leave the knife in the box. That's like a rule.
If you
Wow.
get
by
the
way.
baby, it's supposed to mean that you're lucky and you have prosperity, so you can then afford to.
Now, see, if I'm going to be baking my own cake and I know where I'm going to put the baby in the cake, That's called a
Yeah, I know. I put it under
baby
the
trap.
purple. Yeah, baby
A
trap.
baby trap.
You put it in the cake before you put the icing on, and you put a little hole in the bottom of it, and then you put the icing and the different color sugar, so you really don't know where it's at.
Before you bake the cake?
No, you
This
bake
is
the
like a
cake
ring.
first,
Oh.
and then you put
But
the
see-
icing and the
It's like a huge
yellow
funnel
and the-
cake.
and the
Yeah.
gold
Sort
and
of.
the green and all the things.
Interesting.
Okay.
But if you put the icing on first, you know at least which color it's underneath. You don't do that. You put the baby in.
We're getting
the cake.
lost in it.
Yeah.
We gonna find the baby.
I'm going to need a dry
I'm
erase board, and I'm going to need
HB
a PDF pointer that says.
laser.
So how this starts is, first you start with the purple, then you get the green, then maybe the yellow.
There's
Well,
the
they
map
tell us more
to the
for
baby.
version, it's okay.
Should put it on a PDF.
Yeah, no, she's going to make us a dumb version. King Baby Cake for Dummies. Chapter 1.
And go.
Cut. Yeah.
So
So what else has been going on? So you had a hard week?
might go to I don't know, Fat Tuesday something tonight.
Yeah. What are y'all doing at the bar?
I think they're having mini king cakes and like hurricane
Each
shots.
one have babies
and-
in them?
That's a good question. They better. Well, he didn't have me order no babies on Amazon, so probably not. Sorry about your baby.
Sorry about your baby and your luck.
No babies allowed. 21
Yeah.
and up.
Yep. Hurricane shots?
Yeah.
What are those?
It's like rum and a lot of juice.
And juice?
A lot of rum.
A lot of wine.
Mostly rum.
So Captain Jack Sparrow would be dancing around.
Mega
that
pint.
would be
Mega
a,
pint.
that would be a Fat Tuesday. Not gonna lie. Nothing like a good dose of black eyeliner and some rum.
I mean,
And
he
some
does it well.
dreads.
He does it well.
He's such a beautiful species of a man. Not gonna lie.
It's an interesting creature, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yep.
What
So
else
we
you
have Fat Tuesdays happening. Then
St. Patty's.
you haven't been here forever.
I
I
know.
feel like we have so much to talk about.
I
Like
had
we
no
like our
time.
whole friendship has just went to
Just,
shit
you did
right
this on
now.
purpose.
This is stupid.
You're like,
Everybody's
let's
been
not
asking,
talk
"Where's
about
Kelvin? Where's
anything."
Kelvin?
So then we have so much to talk about.
And here we are.
Here we are,
Stop.
a month later. Thank God my car drove me here.
I can't believe it.
All right, so what else? You having any fun?
No. Mm-mm.
Hmm.
No, it's actually crunch time for the tour, and so I'm starting to get into panic mode.
It's always a good idea, and it's like,
That's-
oh shit, who's gonna do all this?
Right. Yep. So we're figuring all that out, and we've got the tour lineup. We have the dates all set up, and then
like a
I'm
terrible
super
time.
excited on the second half of the tour. We're headed to Alabama, and I am going to go and meet Matt Matthews, the comedian, Mr. He's got his obviously his TikToks, and he's got his farm, and he does boudoir photo shoots.
Stop it.
Yep, we talked about a year ago, and then got back in touch with them, and so
Sounds like
it's
a
going to
fun
take us,
guy.
about 3-4 hours, kind of off the beaten path, but it's going to absolutely be freaking worth it.
Oh, I can't wait for those pictures.
Just the entertainment, and I feel like that he is just my spirit animal, and so I am so stupid excited about doing the whole thing with him, because he's now on tour doing comedy shows, and
That's a lot of things
Yeah.
to look forward
I
to.
know, yeah.
I always feel like even when it sucks, I have to like look at that calendar and try to like just
See.
find there's something else fun coming
I
up.
know.
You know, just whatever it takes to get you through.
Can you believe the kids are going to be out of school soon?
Spring breaks are like 2 weeks away.
We have
What are
some
we gonna
big-
do?
What
Where
are y'all
we
going to
gonna
do?
go?
What
I
are
don't
y'all
know.
doing?
I don't know. Shiloh says every time we plan things way out, it just gets
It just-
wrecked.
yeah.
So we're just gonna like
Fly by the
decide
seat of
and
your
go
pants.
because they don't have long enough to fuck up your plans.
Right. I mean, they can.
Still, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Hurricane force winds,
You know,
flood, drought.
that I'm surprised we haven't had in a long minute.
I know.
feel
We
it's
keep
coming.
saying it is coming. They're all
It's
going to be
coming.
surprised too.
I think so.
All
I
those
think
new
so.
houses.
We have for spring break. We are going to Fredericksburg. Me and Nick.
Drinking some wine.
We're gonna drink some that for sure. But we're gonna go and do some business shows, some interviews, introduce a lot of people to local businesses and some wineries down there. You know, Curtis has got his bar down there, the Top now.
Oh, wow.
And we went and visited that last weekend, and it was so much fun. And they have this huge outdoor area for the kids. It's all fenced in. It's off the beaten path. It's Steiner can go.
Fredericksburg.
Yes, and it's like on the outskirts of Fredericksburg. So you cruise through Main Street, and then you go about another 10 miles. I love Fredericksburg, and so we're going to go there. We're going to go to the Elks Lodge. I mean, not the lodge; it's the Elks. It's Todd owns that, and then Lincoln Street, and Vaudeville, and who else do we have on there, Nick? We've got Grape Creek. We'll go visit Kim and the crew from Grape Creek that I've been.
Business and pleasure tour.
It is.
You had me at wine.
Oh my gosh. And so it was kind of crazy because we talked about doing this. It was actually Nick's idea. We've been talking about going and hitting up just random areas, but her bio is coming into town and wants to go to Fredericksburg. And I said, well, that's cool because it's only an hour, an hour to get there.
Staycation.
Yeah. And so I said, Nick, your girl likes some wine. And so we're not going to be running back and forth. She's like, oh, well, bio will DD us. And so I was like, okay, done. Let's go.
I'm sorry. And there's a driver?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. So, yeah, we've got that all narrowed down. So that's going to be a good time. I'm super excited.
Yeah. You'll have to let me know when that goes down.
Yeah. You definitely need to come and
You
do
could say I have to work.
the vaudeville visit. If you guys have never been to vaudeville, this place, it's a 2-story building on Main Street, white. It's got this beautiful upper balcony. The upper level is literally off the street, and then you walk down below to where the restaurant is. And on Sundays, they have the best fried chicken you will ever taste in your entire life.
Oh,
It is like this hidden recipe. There is, me, and I'm a foodie. I love me some good food. And this fried chicken is retarded. And they will make it until, you get
Till they
there
run out?
and it's done. Yeah. And you need to be there at a decent time.
Damn.
And yeah,
You
they
gotta
close
put that
it
shit
too.
on the
And I'm
calendar.
telling you, it is worth getting up on a Sunday morning and making the drive
And
to
they got
Fredericksburg.
mimosas?
Oh, do they ever. Fresh squeezed.
Oh,
All the things. They have a little bakery inside there.
So just checking out all the things.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. So that's what we're doing spring break. We're just going to be running up and down from Fredericksburg
Well,
for
I'm
5
gonna have
days.
to get in on
5
that
days in a row. You need to.
because We'll have to have your people get with my people.
Okay. Want to put Rowan on speed dial, if you will?
Yeah. Holla at him.
Uh-huh.
That poor guy. Oh my gosh, just heartbroken. I packed for nothing. And I was like, I packed for just in case. We were ready. We were going to get to go. The other night, I was putting him to bed, and he went in there, and he was missing for a few minutes. I go in, his bed is made, fabulously with all the stuffed animals and everything is, and I'm like, it looks so good. Like, you're a really good bed maker, but it's time to go to bed now.
Yeah.
He's like, I just wasted all that
This time.
And I was like, how about you do this, like, I don't know, when you wake up or like any other time.
Yeah.
That way you learn.
There's a thing that I shared a while back, and it's about making your bed. And we see if you can find that, Nick. There's a deal about
We make our bed every day.
I literally, since it's been just me and my animals in my bed for a long minute, it has been absolute, because there's usually was a human in there when I would get up and be leaving, but it has been one of the best things that I have ever done is getting up and making your bed every single day.
And just to have everything put together.
Well, and you know how
and
my
walk
house
back-
is set up because the door's right there. So when
Right.
you're in the living room, if my door is open, you see my whole entire bedroom. So it's either
Our deal is whoever gets up last makes the bed.
right.
And I work early.
So yeah.
So he's a real good bed maker, though.
Well, that's good.
Pillows and everything.
That's
It's like, I don't know why
good.
we need to fucking throw pillows.
Yeah.
Listen.
It makes it pretty.
It's about, like, I'm very affected by my environment.
Yes.
So I feel like if there's, like,
Yeah.
shit everywhere, I can't relax. And it's like, yeah, it's a pain in the ass to do it, but, like, it feels so good. Just get
It
rid of
does.
it. Just move it. Just
And there, I think, did you
Burn
find
it.
It says something about how when you
Relieving your stress, encouraging good habits, start the day with positivity.
there's like
start
it's
your
there's
day with positivity.
as I'm
I'm
swinging
like,
my pillow
fuck
around in the
this.
air going,
No, I'm just
this.
not a morning person. That alarm goes off every day, and I'm like, again.
Yeah.
Someday I'm gonna sleep.
No, there's like a poem or there's something. I feel like
There's something to that.
there is.
have
I
heard
feel
it.
like Emily Roberts is one that shared it with
she
me
probably does
years
start her
ago.
day with
You know her.
positivity.
She's this little fucking energizer
Yeah.
bunny and what have
Hell
you.
yeah, she's
But-
a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Don't worry, you'll like her.
she's adorable. Yeah. But there's something, we'll have to look it up. We'll find it. But yeah, it's.
Side note.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that is a good habit. I mean, I feel like just put shit back where it goes. I'm trying to teach that to my children. Guess why you can't find it? Because you didn't put it back where it
Yeah.
went. Ever. Anytime.
Well, that's all good
That's a
and
man
fine
thing,
and dandy
or-
in theory, but at the same time, I'm the first one that puts things where I think I know I'm going to put
Uh-huh.
it. If it doesn't have an assigned seating,
Yeah.
Then-
Return to your assigned seats. I use that a lot.
I use it with my boobs.
All kinds
They-
of reasons.
They need to
Speaking
get
of,
back where they belong.
Get your shit together, girls.
No, exactly.
Going, trying to sneak out early.
Yeah, I mean the day's not even 5 o'clock yet.
Time.
I mean it is Fat Tuesday, so I guess you could
It's
just
5 o'clock all day. I'm pretty sure.
you know let them out,
Hurricanes.
let them do whatever.
Jeez,
I didn't even
can't
realize
stand
that today was Fat Tuesday. Well, of course, this isn't going to air until whatever. But
It's
I mean,
irrelevant.
well, I mean, I guess because the parades are canceled. And
Yeah,
the
nobody
whole
knows
world
what
is
day it is
canceled.
anymore.
Nobody's going to get to eat
It's like
the
that
baby.
time
or-
between Christmas and New Year's. Nobody knows
Yeah.
what day it is.
Yes,
Does it even matter?
yeah. That's kind of how I feel like here lately because we've been working 7 days a week, and then
I feel like I've been working 7 days a week. Just going and going and going and going. I'm like, what? It's already March? You see, I posted that thing. It was like, February was a little
oh my
iffy.
gosh, Nick told me, and it was so cute.
Come on in, sit down, don't
Yeah.
fucking touch nothing.
hmm And I said, was she talking to March or was she talking to Rowan? That was my response.
Replace that with Rowan
Yeah.
every time.
They're so cute. So cute. It's just in his school pictures.
Oh.
Can we talk about his shirt untucked with his
With the vest
with
that
the
was
blazer
from like
and the
it's
vest?
like a 5T or something. The vest. He had to have the vest. I said, buddy, it's too small. He's like, I
It's
can
so
still fit in
cute.
it. And I was like, okay. Everybody's like, was that for like a dance or was it like a
No.
something? No, that's his regular ass school picture.
Uh-huh.
He wanted to wear a suit. I texted my friend. I said, that boutonniere, you got your money's worth out of 5 years ago at your
5 years
wedding.
ago.
He keeps re-wearing it and he'll move it from suit to suit. Yeah, girl.
Okay, first of all, let's talk about wedding. So Nick just got home from a little adventure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
This is the wedding.
it was a situation. God love the whole thing. But we have decided that we could become Insta coordinators.
Yeah, you
So,
are an Insta coordinator.
Where
by
you
the
would,
way.
which I love. You know, I love.
No,
I
you're like,
will-
you want to have a wedding this weekend? I'll pull that shit
boom
off.
and Dunskies.
And I'm like, wait,
It's what I do.
this weekend?
Yeah, don't ask me for one 2 weekends from now because
No,
I
no.
ain't got time. I will
you work
overthink
well
it.
under pressure.
Yeah.
That is your jam.
And my poor girl, which, you know, we're never apart. And so, and when she's stressed, I lose my ever loving mind. And she is messaging me, and I'm like, wait, what do you mean? Y'all are going back to the Airbnb to make the boutonnieres. The wedding is tomorrow. Tomorrow.
It was like a boutonniere making party?
Of one. It was
After
Nick,
we
party of
already
one.
made.
Nick, party of one. Grab your
I just
flowers
figured you could
and
take
your
care of
hot
that.
glue gun.
We
And-
did the bridesmaids bouquets the day before, and then boutonnieres the day right before the wedding.
Nick had to run. First of all, we had a coordinator that
You're
was.
stressing me out just talking about it.
Thank you very much. Do you know how many times I had to put deodorant on and I was 4.5 hours away from her?
Turn the vents up.
Like,
She's
yes.
driving in her fucking bra.
I said, look,
Don't
I'm going to
worry
either
about
have to
me.
jump down the highway or get me a Jetsons little plane. Yeah.
Oh my
I
goodness.
have it on camera. I had to run.
She had to
down.
run down the aisle with the rings during the ceremony.
Personal assistant at your
They
service.
paid a coordinator.
You should have took that bitch's money.
For real.
Oh, no.
I mean, build an invoice, babe. You're good at it. Can you imagine,
Can you
Kel?
block your sister from watching this? Can you block it from the
know? She needs to know the hell she put her sister through.
Send her a thank you
Oh my
card.
gosh.
Lord
I was so
almighty.
stressed for Nick and for the whole situation and for her sister.
Thank you
I
for
love
sharing that stress.
her
'cause
sister
wow.
to pieces. Because my goodness.
I got it on camera. You can see me running down the aisle.
I believe you. I believe you 1,000%.
Then, not to mention all the
Bring
bullshit.
the wine.
And there's a particular color of this dress that Nick's got to wear. So I know I bought 487 wet dress. You've seen them all. Hell, you've worn 4 or 5 of them. Dresses for my kid's wedding in Cabo. And I knew I had the perfect color, and I knew I had the perfect dress.
Mm-hmm. You
I
always
looked
do.
everywhere in my
Wardrobe?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, she asked me. I said, I've returned
Guess what
all
I found?
of my rentals.
Guess what I found this morning?
The dress you needed last week?
Not one, but both of them for Nick. And she goes, "Are you freaking kidding me?" And
But the wedding's over, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm.
I sent her a picture. But then, so she's got her sister's dress that she wanted her to wear. So her and I, because we do everything on the fly, we had it on the calendar 47 times to go take her to the seamstress to get it, edited.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Altered.
whatever that.
Yeah.
And we didn't. So then we wait 5 to 7 days beforehand, and our go-to is like, "No, mija, we cannot do this. This is a big project." No. So I look at Nick and I was like, "Well, we're gonna punt." And I knew there were several people in our community that have reached out on our local pages and what have you. So I know there's a whole plethora of, and the girl that we went to first, she's right above celebrations. She's an absolute fucking rock star. She's got a whole team of seamstresses in the back room, and they're not 12. They're of age. They're
Grown-ups.
they're big girls,
Okay.
and they are kicking ass and taking names. But they're also doing everybody in celebrations and what have you. So they're
Booked out.
They
busy.
So yeah, we had a couple of people. We had posted a deal on our New Braunfels local page, and we got some really good people contacts. And
Yeah, that's good.
one of them insta messaged us immediately and said, "Yeah, bring it by." So Nick went by, I think 2 days later, and this was not just a hem up the skirt. This was take it in 5 inches, remove the zipper, squeeze it in,
you could do.
add
obvious.
a couple of pleats. Yeah. Then you got to hem the.
Oh,
this was a
gosh.
full on remodel, and sure as shit,
Had it done.
sister had it done. Said she'd have it done on Tuesday. Had it done on Sunday afternoon. What was it, Nick? $45, $70?
$70.
$70.
Seamstress for the
Full
band.
on remodel
Better keep that girl's card.
for real, and give her plugs because
Hell yeah.
and then sure as shit. Today, when I was trying to find
Found
something
exactly
green to
what
wear
you
for this
needed.
Mardi Gras deal, I go in there and what do I find? 2 blue dresses.
Man, I hate that.
I was so frustrated. I was like, I cannot believe this shit.
Somebody didn't put it back where it
But
went.
I did.
See?
You're right.
That's what I'm talking about. I think they do it just to fuck with me too.
But I did. So now I know where they are. So for the
Okay.
next blue wedding, for real.
I'm not going to any more weddings.
No, we're not. We're going to divorce parties.
That is a thing.
Let me tell you what.
I can't wait.
I don't know what the fuck has been going on in 2024 and it's carrying over to 2025, but it is in the air.
Yeah.
It is in the air. And it's so sad. And I'm right smack dab in the middle of it.
But you are not alone.
No. And I did not realize that I was not. I mean,
Right, I'm sure.
you always feel that you're alone. And we've not talked about it publicly, obviously. We kept it on the down low. Haven't
Sure.
said one word. Not that I give 2 shits to talk about my personal life because.
Well, that part
Because
of
I
it's
really
not that
don't.
interesting. It's
But let me tell you something. And you know every single thing. You've been through this with me from day one. Nick, there's not one thing that you don't know. There's not one thing that Nick don't know. There's not one thing that Tina don't know. There's not one thing that Brooks don't know. You 4 people have been my rocks from beginning to today. But one thing I do want to say to everybody out there that one, the purple people eater.
Yep.
Yeah. No. People's personal business is not your own. Period. But in today's world, in today's society, in everything that we are doing, hell, I'm sitting here doing a fucking podcast telling everyone about my personal shit. Well, it's going to come out whether you want
Amen.
it to or not. And so,
You want to hear my
might
version?
as well
Here it
clear
is.
the air. Might as well clear the air. I am a firm believer. I'm absolutely disgusted in, and I absolutely cannot stand a cheater. I think it is a pussy move. I think it is disgusting. I think it is insecure. I think it is weak.
I'm always like, just break
It's
up.
absolutely disrespectful. I feel like if you have the urge to do that,
Then leave.
then do it. But do not drag your partner, your significant other, your roommate, your whoever it is that you are involved in. They do not deserve that. Period. Be open, be honest. That's what you signed up for.
Say what
That's
you
what you
mean.
said you were going to
Mean
do.
what you say.
If you don't,
Walk away.
then do that. It's not fair. I think it's disrespectful. I think it's rude. I think it's everything and then some. It's hurtful.
And still, I mean, it reflects on you regardless. You have to deal with, the questions and how are you doing? And, it's like, do I want to like keep it from everyone? No. I mean,
Having to dig through someone's
share your
phone,
story. You
having
might
to,
save
and you don't
someone.
have to do that. But once you find it one time, it never goes away. You constantly see it. Every time that person is looking at their phone, you can't help it. And then when you find it one time, and then you find it another time, and then you find it another time, and then you've got somebody else that is telling you that it's happening, and then you find out it's happening again, and then you find out it's been happening for 8 years with 14 women.
So
it really kind of kicks you in the balls.
reach out to your friends.
To reach out
Be
to
like,
your friends.
Does this sound
And-
crazy? Or is this me?
Right.
No, ma'am.
Right.
Walk away. Figure out. Get a plan. Whatever you have to do. Life is too short. We've
It is
talked
too
about
short.
that.
It is too
Too
short.
short to be married to an asshole.
Uh-huh.
Too short to be made to feel like that's all you've got.
And as harmful as it is, and as when you don't think that it can happen to you, it absolutely can happen to you. I never said that it could never happen to me. Hell, it's not the first time it's happened to me.
This is actually my second rodeo.
Yeah, no. Yeah, kind of done with these rodeos.
I'm over it.
But it is, I just feel like I just want to share with everybody and anybody that's listening, anybody that is in this situation, don't sell yourself short. I am at a time in my life, an age in my life where for whatever reason, I kind of had the, you know what, fuck it, attitude, and I let it go. And I kept believing, and I kept
Allowed it.
believing, and I kept believing, and I kept allowing it.
It'll
And
change. It'll get better. Maybe if
no.
I just ignore it.
Right. And
Didn't get better.
no,
You got yourself better.
yeah. So
And look how happy you are. And
however hard the struggle is, and I've said it,
Gotta start
and
somewhere.
not just in personal relationships, but in business and in life in general. You're going to fall off that ladder a million times, or maybe you're not. But if you do, just don't fall off the same fucking time. Change your shoes, change your stability level, change
3
whoever's
points
holding
of
the ladder.
contact.
Change how you went up there if you fell down. Just don't fall down it the same way twice, because then you didn't learn your lesson. So this has been a really hard lesson for me to learn. And to be honest, what is the lesson in this whole freaking thing? Do I know?
You love yourself more. You don't let someone dictate the way you should feel about yourself, or someone that's constantly insulting you and getting inside your head. I mean, just makes you look at a person like it's just disappointing. Like, I chose you.
And I still think it's disappointing. And I still, I'm still very sad about it. I'm very disappointed.
Ultimately, yes. I mean, it's
not what we signed up for.
that's a big letdown.
It's very disappointing. It's hard to swallow. It's very, very, very hard to swallow. It's hard to get over. There are words that were said.
I can never take back. Sorry doesn't take it away.
But, I think, and here goes my emotions because that's me. I think that it's most of the times you don't remember all the good. The bad just shows up in your face and slaps you right in the balls. And I feel like with this deal, it's all the good words that slap you in the face that I'm thinking, why in the fuck would you say that? And would you just keep the family and the kids and everybody believing and believing and believing and leading everybody on? And then just to shit. Talk about raining on a fucking parade. Yeah.
And it's hard to understand because you're not a person like that. Your heart is so big and so loving that you would never purposely hurt people or deceive people. So it's even harder to understand, like, I'm this way too. Like, even if I was upset, I don't think, what's the first thing I could do to fuck them over?
Yeah.
Like, people literally are like that.
Right.
And it's just, when that's your partner, it's like, are you kidding me right now? You hurt me worse and I chose you.
Yeah.
Than a stranger ever has.
Right. Yeah, it hurts. But
you're getting stronger every day.
Every
and
day.
More smiles to come. And, it's a process. Nobody said it was going to be easy. There's no fucking manual for this.
No, there's not.
There's no two divorces that are exactly the same. No two people are exactly the same. You have a good support system and you got...
I just think it's important to share that. You can't give up. You can't.
Not on yourself.
No.
Just make the reach.
You just got to lick the icing and eat the baby.
Eat
tomorrow,
you want the next cake.
The next cake is on you.
Supposed to be lucky.
Oh my Lord. And I'm sitting here at the window and I'm bawling my eyeballs out and I'm watching my ranch hand. 2 of my horses have got out. We've got 25-mile-an-hour winds.
Shit's blowing all around.
Not only are my tears just flying, I've got my bulls running around chasing them.
No.
I got 2 horses that are loose.
It's going to be Wizard of Oz. We're going to wake up somewhere else. It's real cowboy shit.
It is, but that's the worst cowboy ever. God love him, but I could walk out there and go, hey, y'all knock it off. Get in your pen. What are you doing?
Why you gotta whoop them?
I know.
Look, watch this. Hey.
Nick, will you give me a tissue? Pretty please. But yeah. So, today's moral is, first of all, dust off your fucking Mardi Gras pom-poms in 2026, Kel, and get your shit together.
Yep, on it. On it.
Second of all,
sometimes it
if
does
you
rain
eat
on
the
your
baby,
parade.
just know you're going to have to get your checkbook out. Yeah. Yep. You can lick the icing, right?
Yeah,
Stick your finger in it.
absolutely.
That's awkward.
Way to make it weird.
I'm trying. How's my makeup?
Still intact.
Is it? Well, that's better than my.
Those were real tears.
It's better
y'all.
than my spirit. Oh, girl, you know
That was
me.
real rain on the parade.
It is. Oh, and if you haven't heard Annie Wilson's song, you need to. You need to. I will put a link and share. You will hear it on our SPF 90 Spotify channel tour.
You're serious about your skincare.
I'm serious about my skincare, and I'm very serious about my music. And yes, we have an SPF 90 tour channel that on Spotify that we are creating for the tour, and she is on there, and I will be blaring it in my motorhome as me and Nick and Axel, which is the kangaroo, and Steiner, which is the goat, and Fiona, which is the lemur, that will be on tour with us, and we will be blaring all of that as we cruise through 11 states in 6 weeks.
I wish your motherfucking would fall y'all over.
Oh, yeah. I will have my own siren. I will throw Nick on the roof, and she will be going, woo!
Gonna get a radio. Gonna get a radio?
Oh, I got one of those.
Big Mom coming through.
We did. We tested it the other day when we were running around. Yeah. I need to make sure that I get the horn. My horn is not loud enough.
Oh yeah,
That's a big, you know me.
you gotta kick
I
that
got
up a
the-
notch.
Yeah, gotta be
You
hitting
gonna
that
teach her
horn.
how to drive so you can run back and
Well,
pee?
you know, we were on a trip to where were we going, baby girl? Oklahoma.
To pick up
Girl, I'm
Axel.
scared too.
Okay, so we were going to East Texas, and we were in Black Betty, which is my Freightliner sport chassis. That if you guys haven't seen
It
me
is a
running around in that thing, it's a fun rig and it's a good
It's
time.
a big truck.
It is, and I throw a trailer or two behind there, boat or something. Who knows
18-wheeler
what?
truck.
You know, yeah. Well, we were coming through. Was it Austin? Something.
Dallas.
Oh, we were in the okay.
Oh, I hate the
You know how I
35.
hate me some 35E and the W's, and
That's a bad one.
I had to pedal.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had Steiner with us in Steiner's diaper bag. Well, Steiner wears a size 7 overnighter, and I said, "Look, Nick, here's the deal.
toddler.
Here's the deal. I'm either going to," and I've showed her how to put. I've explained like the transmission because it's got a 6-speed Allison, and you know I love all the things. And so there's the buttons. Push the buttons. I know you like to push all the buttons. Well, I've showed her how to. You
Which
put it
buttons?
in neutral. This is the parking brake, which is the big, loud, you know, that you hear in the diesel trucks. And so, well, somehow I have fucked up my elbow, and maybe it's because I've been single for the last 18 months to 2 years. I don't know, but whatever.
Mystery injury.
I don't know. But anywho, it freaking kills me to pull that brake, and she loves it. And so I've taught her how to do that. And so, well, in the
Baby
middle
step.
of this highway deal, I said, look, here's what's going to happen. You're going to kick this thing in neutral. You're going to pull the steel, and I'm going to hop out here, and I'm going to pedal on the
Side of the highway?
Yep.
Of the 35?
Or we're going to keep trucking, and you're going to hand me one of Steiner's diapers, and I'm going to need you to hold the steering wheel, and this little thing just loses her. And she's like, no. Well,
question.
I've had her hold the steering wheel in the vet, which is, you know,
Yeah.
it's a square
It's a
steering
race
wheel.
car.
It's a race. Yeah, it's got the race steering wheel on it. And nope. And I'm like, just don't touch the pedals in the back because then you're going to start changing gears. So then she gets paranoid because there's the
What am I not supposed to touch?
yeah, the pedals in the back because she'll start changing
I can
gears.
follow
And so
instructions, but
Yeah.
this is a big ass vehicle. Like, there's so many cars around.
yeah, and she did. So
That's
she held on to
intimidating.
the wheel. Of course, she had to literally crawl like right where it was. And yep.
Being your ride or die
I
is
dropped
no
it.
fucking joke.
No, it's a
You might
full-on-
actually die.
I feel like we-
Yeah, that's the thing.
Well, I feel like there should be a course for this. Like we should have a course for
Yeah.
yeah,
Survival.
being my ride or die. Yeah.
Hey, you might have to-
Yeah. First of all, she handed the diaper in a very nice fashion. Oh, and I was towing a trailer
She was ready.
because we had to go pick up furniture too. Yeah. So
Oh,
not
that's right. You were
only
making a trip out of it.
we did, we had a whole deal.
Mhm.
Yeah, we went Dallas, East Texas. We had 3 big stops, and we freaking
Only had to pee
made
in
it
one
all
diaper?
in one.
That's
Yeah.
impressive.
Well, then because I'd pull over and just pee in the
Okay.
trailer. That's what's nice about just throwing a horse trailer on there because you get
Bring your own bathroom.
yeah, you put the nice cedar shavings in there. You give them a little spray down. And that's what they're for, is to absorb moisture.
Perfect.
And I'm highly allergic
Taking notes, Kim.
highly
Yep, that way
allergic
you
to
learn.
cedar.
Also,
And
that.
I go back there, and every time, because once you pee once, you got to pee 100 times. And I go back there, and every time I'd come back out the trailer, my eyeballs get more swole and
Ugh.
more swole. And I was like,
I
Nick,
think it's the
I should
cedar.
probably get back on my allergy shots or make sure I take my
How many of these can I
EpiPens.
take?
Yeah. Yep. So, but
Says one.
we
I
did.
took
We
4.
made it.
Is that fine?
I peed in my size 7 overnighter, and we kept on
Kept
trucking.
on trucking.
We kept
Well,
on trucking. We weren't
moral of
late
the
to
story.
any appointments.
Keep on trucking.
We did.
Hold the wheel if they say hold the wheel.
Yep. And if y'all need any training on how to train your nicks of your life, how to hold the wheel and how to properly
ready?
how to properly pass the diaper. She did so good. I was so proud.
You
It
know,
was good.
this is a random tidbit. The other day, I learned what a baby kangaroo looks like when it's born. I had no idea. Heard this on some show.
strawberry.
It says It says like a lima bean.
It
And
is.
I said, this I gotta see.
Yeah.
And then it's like, it's born the regular way, and then it crawls its little self.
We call Manzi.
Crawls its little self all the way up into the pouch,
Uh-huh.
hooks on a nipple,
Yes.
and then like grows in there. Like I'm thinking medically, like how is it? Is it like
No,
a
because
umbilical?
that's
Does
why
it
when
come
people
out and
ask
it's
me all
in
the time
pouch?
how old my roos are, there's no telling you how old the root are because it's when they come out
It
of the
looked
pouch.
like a pinky journal. I mean, like
Yeah.
a little gerbil. Like
Yeah.
the.
Oh yeah.
I was just mind blown. I'm like, babe,
Well,
do you
I
know
was
about
just
this?
yeah. Well, you got to kind of look up the
I watched the YouTube video.
opossums are kind of very similar.
Really?
Yes, they're
Marsupial.
very see-through clear. They look
This
like
is unlike no shit I've ever seen. Y'all
you know how
Google
when
that.
you've sucked on a starburst for a little bit
Yeah.
and it kind of gets transparent.
Yeah.
And that's what the little opossums and the kangaroos look like.
Just the fact that it's like blind and deaf and can still find its way where
Yes.
it needs to. What if it just falls off? Like
And it
the fuck?
hooks onto like a tube.
Yeah, it's like a one-shot baby though. They don't
Right.
have like multiples.
No.
It's like that
Yep.
was your baby.
And so when we have to bottle feed them, so the nipples are about
Inside the pouch.
or when you take them out of the pouch, if you have to take them out of the pouch, or like I had a friend of ours that's in the exotic business that he found a random roo in his pasture that
The mom passed away.
yes, and so he had to bottle feed, and I've had to bottle feed several. But the nipple is about 4 inches long, and it's very skinny, tiny little tube.
So it can just kind of hang around in there.
Well, yeah, and so what you have to do, because you can really fuck up a roo if you don't know what you're doing when you bottle feed them, and you have to properly let them,
Suck it down like spaghetti noodle.
just like they do the mamas. So you can't just like you take a nipple and you put it in a
Uh-huh.
baby's mouth. You can't do that. You have to let them, because if not, it's going to go in the wrong area.
Yeah,
And then, boom.
aspiration in the lungs, no good for
You
nobody.
know that because you're a math teacher.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I
But
just was blown
it's-
away. I had no
Mhm.
idea about that
Yeah,
little,
it's a huge
little
deal.
pinky baby.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
But if you look up, yeah,
on the YouTube,
opossums, it's the same deal.
I'm gonna look it up. It's weird. I was like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "Look at this. This is how tiny they are."
Well, that's how they can tell if a roo is ready to come out of the pouch, be pulled out of the pouch if they need to for medical reasons, is by the color of the tail.
Oh,
If the tail is still too
Changes.
pink,
they get darker.
then they know it's not ready.
Huh.
Yeah. It's like when you put a toothpick in the cake to see if it pulls out the.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't know that. 'cause
Listen,
you
I know
you
about
have
the-
yours
I know about
drop shipped
toothpick
with babies in them. Yeah. Yep.
I know that.
But yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fun fact.
Yeah. So.
Kangaroo factoids today.
Kangaroo factoids, and I do want to talk about a factoid too before we close up all the emotions that we've had today. I had, you know me and my animals. You and I have been best friends for a very, very long time. You've been through a shit ton of animals with me. I think
It's
from
all
even
true.
with the turtle being my very first goat, which Turtle's my OG. And if you want to know why I have a goat named Turtle, it's because I am infatuated with dark chocolate turtles and Turtle's color scheme. He looks just like, he's got the
Oh,
caramel,
Turtle
he's got the
is-
dark chocolate, he's got the vanilla. Turtle looks just like a dark chocolate turtle. So, hence that's where he got his name. But I had animal control show up at this undisclosed location.
Real story.
Real story. And last week. Yep.
Like
and
somebody got out, or there was a
no,
call.
no.
Anonymous.
Listen to how ironic this is.
Okay.
You know I have my exotic license.
Mhm.
You know that
Would
in
you
the
be-
state of Texas, we have, and we're all very, very close. Well, not just in the state of Texas, but us as cameliers, which is what you call people that own camels or that are whatever, cameliers.
Another factoid.
All of us we're a very tight group.
Sure.
Anybody that owns exotics, we're a very tight group. We all know each other. We all communicate.
Use
We all do our
resources.
research. Yes,
Sure.
we camels have to have a certain type of fecals that are taken. It's not just your normal. You go drop off a poop sample. You have to have what is called a Wisconsin modified. I have several exotic vets. Kenny Patton at Country Hills, absolute freaking rock star.
I've been here on shot day.
Yes, she
It's
was here
serious.
doing the shots
Keeping
and
the
doing all
journal.
the things. Yes, and I'm very, very, very anal about all that. You know how I am. Well, ironically enough, Animal control shows up at the undisclosed location and said, we heard that she had a lemur.
Really?
Fiona. Yeah,
Did y'all check the socials? Or
Did you?
What?
So whoever, they got an anonymous email that said I had a lemur. Well, anybody that knows me, anybody that follows me, anybody that's been at my resort, anybody that's been on my
to
Ford
your
farm,
house.
which anybody that's been at my house, anybody that's
Your
been
car.
anywhere with me knows
It's
that there is
not-
going to be a 4-legged friend before there's going to be a 2-legged.
There's no secret.
None whatsoever. You know that my animals are beyond taken care,
Spoiled is
rotten.
the word.
You have babysat them. We have taken how many to the beach house? We've taken
Mhm.
alpacas. We've taken lemurs. We've taken roos. We've taken dogs. We've taken
Goats.
goats.
And calves.
We've taken everything. Yes, in Ubers.
Yep.
We've thrown a goat in there. Anything and everything. And
So they pull up to the gate
and said,
I
yeah,
heard there's a lemur in here.
yeah. And so my guys were like, and
What's the
but
question?
no, yeah. So what?
It doesn't live here.
Right. And so they went around the place and said, this has got to be the cleanest, most well taken group of animals we have ever seen.
It's the best call we ever got.
Seriously, they're like, this is amazing. Well, here comes the irony of this whole thing, which I think is amazing. Born and raised local in New Braunfels. My family owns the Wildlife Ranch here in town, which, I mean, come on now.
Also,
who Kenny Patton takes care of, Country Hills Vets. And
Exotic resources.
Seriously, come on now. I have 6 veterinarians that take care of animals. And if
Right.
there's not one that, if we can't find an answer, we're going to A&M.
right.
When we had...
They know people.
Yes. My gosh, when we did the research for my kinkajous, when Riggy started breaking out in his allergic reaction, they were at the University of Florida, Tennessee. They
right,
went
but
to
this is a whole network of people that are
national zoos to reach out to try to figure out what was causing this
Absolutely.
allergic reaction. The officer that came up here just so happened to be a girl that I went to school with our entire life. We grew up together, Rochelle, best of friends. Her and I, and you know me, I don't have girlfriends. Her and I were inseparable from the time we were in kindergarten all the way through high school. It just so happened to be that the officer that came up here was her son.
wow.
And so I get a message that evening, and she said, hey, Tiffany, I just want you to know that that was Hunter that came to your place today, and he was so excited. These
Turned
kids,
into a field trip.
the whole family has been to the pumpkin patch.
Yeah.
They've seen the petting zoo. They've met the animals from when they were little to now seeing them, some of them that are larger, mocha, latte.
Still
like-
not secrets.
No. And he was like, Mom, you should see how good the cows look and blah, blah, blah. And Rochelle
The little ones
said,
got big.
yes. And she said, Tiffany, oh my gosh, he was so excited to get this call. And I was like, well, I was glad he was fucking excited.
You should have said, yeah, there's a wild lemur. See if you can catch it.
For real. Yeah. You go climb
That's
the tree.
a fun game.
You've got to be kidding me.
That's a good time.
So,
you should have got an autograph. and
I
a
decided,
picture.
you know, I as many times that I sit and think about how vulnerable can you be and what do you share on the podcast, and being you is being you. And I've opened up, like I said, the door to all of my emotions, to things that I didn't think I would ever really want to share, but I really, honestly, if you know me, I'm one of those that I want to watch people prosper. I want to help them as much as I can. If it's an animal, if it's a person, if it's a child,
If my story will
if
help
it's, yes, please
you,
let
feel
it.
the same.
And the fact that somebody would turn me in for having a lemur is so cute.
Of all the things to turn you in
It's
for.
so cute and adorable. And I'm thinking, my gosh,
Let's make mugshots.
Fiona has free roam of everything and anything. She has a 30-foot mansion of a kennel.
I've seen it.
Yeah,
girl.
that
I've
she
seen it.
lives in, that
She
when
eats
we're
better
not
than my
there,
children.
for real, I make her scrambled eggs. She eats Belgian waffles, for fuck's sake.
And now that you're not doing straws anymore, she's got free reign.
Oh my goodness. Seriously. And I was thinking, you know, I wanted to share with everyone that if you don't know, ask.
Yeah.
Don't call the authorities. Don't do that.
This is the wildest animal that needs controlling out here is this?
First of all, can we talk about the persons that are running around on the plaza?
Okay.
Can we talk about, those the people?
Yeah.
Fiona has a wardrobe closet.
I seen it.
Steiner has a wardrobe closet.
No.
I mean, come on now.
Okay.
I was just like, you've got to be kidding
That's how
me.
you threaten Steiner. Do you want to
But
see how
seriously,
your cousins live? How your brothers and sisters
She
living
just
out
went to
there at the
Curtis's bar in
farm?
Fredericksburg, and Bubba and Courtney said,
She
you guys
doesn't
have got to
know.
come out here. And they
She
were like,
doesn't
what's
know.
the holdup? I said, Steiner cannot pick out her skirt. She's got 3 to choose from. Her Tia's not here to dress her, and she just doesn't even give her options. Me, and I'm like, do you want the pink one with the flower?
Just put it on her.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
For real. So, yeah. So we had to go, she had to do pictures with the Mardi Gras purse and what have you
Oh, it
down
was
there. And
so
she looked so
beautiful.
cute. She had so much fun. She
Little
had
bows.
so much fun. Yeah. So the top in Fredericksburg, Curtis Montalvo, great dude. Shelby, his wife, amazing people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're going to go and do, but what's really cool is they've got this entire backyard area where you can sit down and relax. Your kids can
I
go
wanna
play.
go.
It's fenced
I
in.
can't wait.
Yeah. So you don't have to worry that they've got games and stuff for the kids. They were so excited. Steiner just had a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm here for it.
Live music. It's a great time.
Plan something fun.
Food
so you have
trucks.
something to look forward
It's
to.
a beautiful road trip. It's so good. But yeah, one of our own from New Braunfels expanding to
Hell
Fredericksburg
yeah.
and to watching him grow and his wife is just a beautiful thing. It was really, really cool. It was
I'd love
fun.
to hear that.
It was
Let's
fun.
do it.
Yeah. So that's all the drama that has happened with me here lately. I think that's enough for a little bit.
Yep. I'm going to try to squeeze in some more fun.
Okay.
Soon
I mean,
as
if you want to throw some
possible.
drama at me or something, you know, I don't know. You might have to check the calendar.
Yeah.
See if, and see if I have room for
I
any
don't know
more.
if I'm going to have enough time.
Oh, look, here. You want to talk about the word of the
You
day?
got a word of the day?
This is so perfect because I had Sean Hart.
Oh, yeah.
So
He's a local musician.
good, yes, about his novel that he wrote, and it is extraordinary. Got to check it out. But it was just not the time to do the word of the day because everything was so
Seems
serious and what have you.
inappropriate.
But I think today is a very appropriate to share the word of the day. And today the word of the day is poolingual.
Poolingual. Shit talking?
It is a person who speaks fluent shit. And today I feel like that is appropriate. Poolingual. Yes.
Okay.
I spoke a lot of fluent shit last week when the ACO showed up, and then to come to find out it's a child that I've watched grow up and friends of family and blah 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 and
That way you learn.
yeah.
Fuckers.
And I don't know, and I will make sure that we post a picture if you know anything about Fiona. Fiona has a permanent finger that stays like this.
Sticky uppy one.
It's a sticky uppy one. And so we're going to show a picture of Fiona and her sticky uppy finger to the
little
person
mugshot.
that sent, we'll get her, and I know you'll be the one to find when you go do
Little
digging for your
stripies.
treasures. Get her some
Uh-huh.
stripy outfits. She's going to need the black and white
Put a
one.
little number
Maybe
right
some
there.
little orange slippers or something
Oh,
of
yeah.
that. Maybe some little orange
Gel
Crocs.
sandals.
Exactly.
I think McDonald's had those in a Happy Meal. little
Can you imagine if
Crocs.
Fiona had to have commissary?
Girl,
Now
I can't
that's
even
when you need
afford
to
that
turn-
commissary.
For real. That's when you need to turn people in. Fiona didn't even know what the word commissary is.
Come on now.
If her raspberries aren't plump,
Or chilled. They've been sitting there too long.
Seriously.
Throw them at you.
we have to put them in mason jars so they
No,
stay.
stay fresh. That's
They
a
do
thing.
stay fresh,
That is
and
a
it
thing.
does work if you guys do not know, or if you don't have a lemur that you're not supposed to have, or whatever that is.
Whatever you
A
have.
goldfish, for
At
that
your
matter.
undisclosed
for fuck's
location.
sake. I cannot with people.
Don't even get me started. We don't
I
have
know.
time for that.
Seriously. But
Well,
put
thanks.
your fruit in a mason jar.
Hey, don't let them rain on your parade.
And holler at me if you have any questions about any more of my animals.
There is a link on the website. Please
Yeah.
inquire within.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The email address is fuckoff@foyfarm.com.
Capital F.
And yeah.
Capital F.
It is. Yeah. Yep. So,
I love that for you.
well, I hope you eat the baby, or not swallow it, or find it,
Don't
or
swallow
whatever.
it. Don't
Lick it.
swallow it.
One of the things, or
Listen,
whatever.
I hope you get some cake. Hope you get to
Save me a piece or something.
see some beads.
I don't know. We have a whole afternoon of things. We got to go take my mom. We finally got the frames for her pictures for Christmas, so we're gonna go swing them by her salon and go take those to her and surprise her this afternoon. So maybe we'll just come and surprise you too.
Sounds good.
It was so good to see you.
Happy Fat Tuesday.
I can't believe you
Thanks
didn't
for
wipe my
having
tears.
me.
Look what I did to this thing all by my.
I know you're real serious about your skincare. I don't want to like fuck
I know
it
because
up.
you're rough.
I'm heavy-handed. It's a thing.
And if y'all don't know the reason why the tour is called SPF 90 tour, it's because of Kel. Because we have to add this in here. Okay, the reason it is called SPF 90 tour is because, yes, I am very serious about my skincare. Learned this way too late in my life. Y'all, sunblock is a fucking thing.
It is.
Your phone, boop, sunblock. If you're on the pewters all day, boop, put the sunblock on there. There's these
Rays.
lights of things, yes, that are shining that should not be shining on you. Anyways, put the sunblocks on. Yes. So Kel and I go on. Kel teaches me to be patient and to take time off, look up, and you're welcome. And we're on the Tri-Tune, and we're gonna take a little day, and we're gonna cruise around. We're gonna solve the world's problems, and I keep a bag that I take on the boat, and it stays packed all the time. And so I have a deodorant stick of face block, and I am allergic to the mineral block. So it's yeah. So I am driving and I'm scooting along, and Kel, of course, y'all know she's serious about her music, so she's jacking around with our sound system and trying to get our music going. And I turn around and she goes, "What in the fuck is on your face?" And I was like, "What do you mean? There's no mirrors on the boat. I don't give two shits." And I was like, "I just put my sunblock on my face."
You look like a mime.
So white. And so she's trying to fix it, and as she's rubbing it in, I can feel my face melting. Like
God.
she is like, it's, you know when your
It
mom
wasn't coming off.
well when your
It's like-
mom licks your finger and
Yeah, that's
does
the thing.
all that, well, you on steroids, but it's worse. And I feel like you're rubbing my whole skin off. I'm like, Kel, stop. I mean, I'm not aging. I'm not getting any younger.
Not coming
I mean,
off.
I am aging by the minute. And I was like, oh my God, I've just got so many wrinkles
You
from
had to
this.
put the vodka on the rag to get
That was a
shit off your-
different trip. That was when we were on the island
Okay.
and we did the same thing. Same shit happens,
Okay.
different boat, different
Deja
location.
vu.
We had Nikki with us, and same deal. I'm downstairs. The girls come walking down the stairs. I'm taking them out on the boat. We're gonna go fishing,
And you're
and yep. And I turn around, and once again, she's like, "What in the fuck? You had this shit here too?"
how serious
like,
is the
Kel,
sun down here,
We
man?
haven't been here in a year, and I was like, clearly my sunblock's old. So I look like a fucking idiot that got in a fight with zinc oxide.
You were
And-
very serious.
Yeah, and so we're driving.
Ain't nobody gonna fuck with that girl.
We're going to Baffin Bay, which is 75 miles out, and my hair is slapping on my face, and it is stuck. So now I look like I got in a fight with the worst spider web. I couldn't get it off, and all we had was Nikki's cucumber melon vodka, and so my wipes in my toolbox were dried, and so I saturated a dried wipey with vodka and continued to try to remove
the spackle.
the off my face, and then put on some regular sunblock. But anywho,
That was a good time.
that is, and so the joke continued on as we talked about our prom that we had, that we will be redoing every year, and first annual, we did our first annual prom, and then our SPF 90 tour, and that's where it all stimulated from is from me and my face block deodorant sticks that
real
are
stories.
yes, and so, and I clearly don't look or care to rub it in or whatever.
Clearly, it wasn't clear.
Look, I don't want any more sunspots, okay? So, but yeah.
SPF 90.
SPF 90 tour. Yeah, coming soon.
Stay tuned for that.
Yeah. So I'm so glad you were here.
Thanks for having me.
I love you.
What a treat. Love you.
And we're gonna book you some flights so you
And
can come
this-
in and out.
yeah,
And you definitely got to get the Louisiana hit with us.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
1,000%.
Yeah. Or we should probably just stick Kel on the bus and then just fly her out whenever you're ready.
Here we go.
We got points.
Okay.
You know.
She's gonna try to give me the drive.
Well, I love
Stay
you.
tuned. Love you.
Cut. Woo!
I put a blessing on it, see me dripping in it 24/7 on it. I'm just being honest, holy water dripping from my neck to my crep, so I'm two-stepping on it like